We're going to start on deck 5. Right there is where you would enter the ship. We're in Fort Lauderdale right now, so this is embarkation. We have our celebrations here, our gelato, and right into the piazza. Right now we're heading forward in the ship. A lot going on here, as you can see. Good morning. As you can see, DJ Brian is setting up, ready to play some music. Right there waving to you. We have right over here, this is the Vines Wine Bar. For those of you that have a casual dining, either plus or premier package, you can get a charcuterie bar here. Little known fact, but great place to get a snack. Have some seating here. Over there is our International Cafe. That is your 24-hour food venue on the ship. Good morning. As we go a little further forward, you're going to see Sabatini's, one of the specialty dining restaurants on the right. And on the left, you're going to have the guest services team waiting to get the crowd from everyone embarking on the ship. You have some kiosks if you want to pull up your folio. And here is the excursions desk. Looking for shore excursions? Great place to come, or you can do it right in the app. As we go further forward, we're going to get to the spa. So here's our spa down on deck 5. And then you're going to come out here, and these are your forward staircase and forward elevators. Fun fact about these elevators, when you press the button, you need to press it on both sides in order to get both sides of the elevator to work. Little confusing, but that's what it is. When you go back here, you're going to be entering more of the spa areas. So let's go back down to the other end of deck 5. Again, we're going to pass back through the spa. We'll see some of your spa areas back here. Very nice area. Nice rooms. It's probably a very nice entrance. You have your thermal spa, all of your treatment rooms. They're all going to be right down and this way. It's a pretty decent sized spa. This is the enclave where they're going to have your thermal spa stuff. That is extra. You can purchase day passes or you can purchase whole cruise long. I think one of the best parts is just walking this little hallway. It's probably the nicest little hallway on the ship. So try to get here on embarkation day just to see it, even if you don't plan on getting any spa treatments. Have the salon area in there. Then we are going to go back by our guest services team. It's the calm before the storm for them. They're waiting for the rush to come in a minute. Then we are back in the piazza. Back to our International Cafe. I'll give you some of the food selections there are right now. They've switched over to their lunch type foods. You got your coffee right here. There's Sean, our food and beverage manager right now. And then on to our Good Spirits bar. So Good Spirits, if you don't know, they have different things, cultured type of drinks from around the world. They have a lot of cool options in here that you wouldn't normally see in a normal bar that they can make there. They have a lot more fruit to put in stuff and a lot of other things. So definitely recommend trying it out. We have our Symphony dining room back here. This is one of our 3 main dining rooms on the ship. And you can also enter it from the other side. Here's the other entrance for our Symphony dining room. Right now, when you embark, it's going to be your luggage drop-off. So if you bring luggage on board that you don't want to hold on to, you can put it there. Sometimes you can bring it to your room. It's usually not really recommended. Then these are your mid elevators. So from deck 5, you cannot go to the aft of the ship. It's not an option. The symphony dining room is in the way. But these or these mid elevators can go. Right there, those will be your glass elevators. Again, these are controlled differently than the main elevator, so just know it's a different thing. So as we go up the stairs on deck 5, we're going to head to deck 6. I am not showing you deck 4. Deck 4 will be where you disembark in ports, get off the ship in ports, and it will also be where the medical center is. But we don't need to see that. These are staff-only elevators. They're getting ready for muster stations here. This is your concerto dining room. And then on the other side, which would be the port side of the ship, you have the reserve collection entrance. It is in the same dining room. However, reserve walks right in, and they have a little bit of elevated of a menu. So as we go forward on deck 6, remember also deck 6, you cannot get to the aft of the ship. You can only get to the mid. We have the photo center with some of our medallion accessories. They are using a new medallion now, so if you have the old medallion holder, you might need to get an adapter. Big photo studio on the ship. Then you are still in the piazza area. The piazza is 3 floors on here. As we go through, you have that nice big Regal Princess heart. Great picture opportunity. Then you have Alfredo's. This is another one of your casual dining options on the ship. Here is your Bellini's bar. Nice spot to overlook the piazza.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. This right here is the second gangway. So there's a possibility that you board on deck 6, not on deck 5. And they'll bring you right in through there. And then over here, there's a nice little hidden thing. You have right through here, there is a ping pong table. It's weird, it's by the photo center, but it's a great place to play when you want to come. Down this hallway, you have the smoking casino through these doors. It is right to the left, or port side, of the regular casino. So just know there is a specialty one there. I'll give you a secret. There's a bar in there. It's right by the theater, and it's usually pretty empty. As we continue back, we have the regular Princess Casino entrance. Also the machine where you can pull out cash like an ATM, but you can also cash out your any money you use in the casino, so you don't have to visit someone as long. If it was on the slot machine, you can just get it right there. So you go through the casino, lots of options. In the middle, there is a nice open top and a nice stairway to go up to the shops. Then back in the corner, the casino has its own bar. If you are on a sailing in the next bunch of months, Sasha is the main one at this bar. Sasha is great. He knows a ton of bar flair. Make sure you drop him a few dollars and ask him to see some of his bar flair. Here is the cage. When we get out of the casino, we're going to be right at the Princess Theater. The Princess Theater spans 2 decks. It will be on deck 6 and on deck 7. 6-7 for those middle schoolers out there. The bathrooms are right to the right or the starboard side. The men's and women's in there. That would be the best bathrooms to be using. I'll give you a quick view of what the theater looks like. Lots of designated handicap seating in here. A nice big stage. And it is a good sized theater. It holds about 1,000 people. If you are premier, you're going to want to enter on the port side. These seats right over here on the port side will be designated premier for certain shows. So just know this is probably the side you'd want to enter for that. I also find that the port side on this does not have as many people in it, so I would definitely recommend entering that way. If enough people watch the video, it might turn the opposite, but for now, it's a better way to enter. As we exit on that port side, these doors would be open during a actual show. You're going to see Churchill's Arcade. Very small arcade. It's closed right now, but very small arcade. And then you have the smoking casino. This is the other entrance. So as you see, this bar is a hidden gem on the ship because it's right near the theater and very rarely has a line. So if you want to have a drink before you go into the show or right after the show, great place if you can handle the smell of the smoke in there. So now we are going to go up to deck 7. Deck 7 will be the last lower deck that has stuff on it besides staterooms. Then we're going to jump all the way up to 16 after that. Again, these are your forward elevators. You have access to the Princess Theater here. Doors are closed right now. Princess Theater. They're getting ready for muster on this side. And then from here, you can exit, and there is actually a deck out here. So there's actually some walkways out there. Good morning. As we work our way towards the back of the ship, we have the art gallery. Good morning. And then on this side, we have Limelight, where they have some more premium, and you'll see some different shopping experiences come out during the cruise. And over there is the logo shop. It is closed right now, and you can see this is down. Casino is right below. On this side, you have your makeup, your perfumes. And then that is going to bring us back to our piazza area. You have Pandora and some jewelry here. Facets, some more jewelry. And then right here in the middle, you have the Ocean Terrace Sushi Bar. So this will be your third option if you have casual dining. That will be your third option. There's a prefix menu for casual dining. If you do not, you can eat there, and they have a lot more options for people who don't have the casual dining. You can see, here's the piazza. DJ Brian getting ready down there. Very nice place to take pictures as well. As we work our way back on deck 7, you'll see right here is the future cruise. This is where you'll come to put deposits down. I highly recommend if you are ever going to do another Princess cruise, you put some kind of a deposit down. It will get you free onboard credit. You put $100 down, it acts as your deposit for your next cruise, and you get free onboard credit on your next cruise. Here's the mid elevators again. And we have the Crooner's Bar over here. The Crooner's Bar has a nice big area to sit, which is a nice thing if you want to play cards or you're just looking for a spot in the air conditioning. Nice thing about the Crooner's Bar back here. On the port side, it does not go all the way to the back on deck 7. However, if you stay on the starboard side, it goes all the way to the aft of the ship. And that's where we're going to go now. This is where you're going to see a lot of the entertainment venues right on deck 7. Morning, Sasha. So right here, you have the Princess Live Cafe. Believe it or not, even though it's in a main thoroughfare, I found the least lines on that cafe. Then we have our Princess Live Theater. You are going to see a lot of different shows, entertainment, trivia in this theater. There's a good theater, decent size, not gigantic. It does fill fast for the popular shows, so just know that. It does fill fast. As we come out of there,
they put me in a double down bar, so we're gonna have more time.
oh, where's the double down bar?
Just behind the, where it's smoking area.
Oh, okay.
Just behind the casino.
Okay, perfect.
Come on that side. The bar is perfect for
Awesome, that's perfect. We will see you there. Cool, thank you. Then as we work our way back on deck 7, that was Sasha for his bar flair. They moved him to a different bar. He'll be at the double down bar. But he's going to show us some bar flair future in a future video that we will then post. This is going to be your main bathroom on deck 7. So this is going to get you for when you're doing entertainment and stuff. That's going to be your main bathroom. As we work our way back, we're going to go to the Wheelhouse Bar. The Wheelhouse Bar is going to have some of the fancier wines because it is attached to the Crown Grill. So it's all closed right now. Give you a little tour back there. The Crown Grill and Sabatini's will be your 2 specialty dining venues on board. We already talked about the 3 casuals. These will be the specialty dining. So if you have Premier, this will be one of the options. Me and my wife, we prefer this one, so we eat here a lot more. But if you like Italian food, Sabatini's is a good option. Everything's kind of cooked right back in here. Great place. They have a lot of, bring you by one of their wine cellars. A lot of great options, even for large groups. This also usually has live music every single night. Good place to sit right in the Wheelhouse Bar. As we continue aft on the ship, we have the library. Small library, but I will say it has been full almost the entire time. There's games, all sorts of stuff in there. Going back further, we will get to the Vista. The Vista Lounge is going to be one of the larger venues for shows besides the theater. You'll see the comedians usually in here. Also, for anyone either Platinum or Elite, this will be your Platinum and Elite Lounge on this cruise. So this is where you'll go for all of that. But it's a nice, decent-sized venue. I will tell you one of the downsides of this venue is there is no bar directly in here. However, there is a bar right behind these walls. So what would happen in that case, you would place an order from a waiter. They would go back there, they'll bring it out to you. So there is a dedicated bar, but it's not one you have access to. On the other side of this deck is the restroom for the Vista. So if you need to use the restroom back here, there is one over on this side. So we are in the aft. I'm going to bring you outside. You can go outside on deck 7, and then the next deck you can go outside on is actually deck 16. Back here, this is going to be, once we get to the back, there is a smoking section. So this is one of the 3 smoking sections on board. It will be here. There's one on deck 17, all the way in the back. Actually, I'll check in a second. I think it's deck 16 all the way at the aft of the ship. And then the casino. But the casino is only when you happen to be playing. So really the 2 outside ones are your big option. Right now they're loading up the ship, so the other side of this deck is closed. But we can get out here just to see. Spot most people do not know exists on this boat. So it's usually not a lot of people here. Great place for sail away. When you're in port, just to kind of come out, relax, see what's going on. Good quiet place if you want to be outside, especially if you don't have a balcony. It's a good place to sit outside. So I am going to now take the elevator up, and I will catch you once we get up to deck 16, where the rest is going on. I will see you then. All right, so now we are getting on the out of the elevator on deck 16. We are 16 aft on the ship. This brings us to the back entrance to the Horizon Court. Horizon Court is going to be the buffet on board. But before we go there, we are going to go aft past that part. And there's a nice sitting area out here in the Outrigger Bar. Again, this is a place where not a lot of people know about. It's a good place to come and sit, where you're not going to get a lot of big crowds. And they have a nice bar back here. So, good bar, good place to sit. I was correct before. The smoking section is deck 17 aft. So you can go up these stairs, but we will get there in a few minutes. I'm going to stay on deck 16 for now. But that will be one of your options for smoking. The nice thing about that one, the bar is right down below. So if you need something to drink, it is right there. So as we walk into the Horizon Bar, hello, there's where you washy. And then we were in our Horizon Bistro, Horizon, really your buffet. You have the kids section back here. It's usually going to have chicken nuggets. Right on here, you're going to have ramen. You are going to have a lot of specialty stuff. There's one night, Mongolian night, seafood. This will be a lot more of your specialty area back here. As we go through the Horizon Court, and they do use Horizon Court and Horizon Bistro. The back part is the Horizon Court. The front part is the Horizon Bistro. So you have a lot of your dishes. There will be more specialty stuff here. On the other side, there will be a crepe station for dinner a lot of nights. And then we will get to the Horizon Bistro section. So they do have some water filling stations, some juice, but they also have at most of their stations so that they will bring you around water, iced tea, lemonade, as you're sitting down. So we are going further forward. You will see this little alcove in here. This is always going to house your desserts. So the desserts are kind of right in the middle, hidden in here. So don't miss out on this spot. There's also coffee in here, but real nice area. It is a little hidden, so don't miss out on this spot. And then as we go further forward, here's some more options. This area is always going to have a hot sandwich of the day. And then we are going to exit onto the pool deck. Good morning.
How are you? Good morning.
So here is going to be your mid-elevators and mid-stairs. That will bring you right to the pool deck. On the starboard side, you're going to have swirls. That's where you'll get ice cream. On the port side, they're going to have a towel station. But there's also towels kind of spread all around. So not necessarily a necessity. On both sides, you're going to have the big walk-arounds. On your port side, you're going to have a nice little bar over there. This pool right here, the shallow pool for kids who can't swim, great option. Over here is your Seaview Bar. Seaview Bar is going to be one of the main pool deck bars. Usually not as busy as the main pool deck one, so my suggestion. Here's another little wraparound. There's Amrit right there making some drinks. Right up here in the middle, you're going to see they will do the sail away party, which we'll get some video of. There's also a splash pad for the kids up there during the day. And there's also a water show at night. So you'll get to see all of that. A lot of nice options. This is the main pool over here. Nice big pool. You'll see a lot of adults or people who can swim, along with a lot of hot tubs. They do get busy. And then up there, you have the main screen. You'll see all sorts of stuff played on there. World Cup's going on while we're on this voyage, so you'll see that. Here is your pizzeria. Pizza until 10 o'clock at night, right there. Also, they have these mobile stations that will do margaritas and stuff like that, make it easier. And this is the Mermaid's Tail Bar. This is your main pool deck bar. It is going to be one of your busier bars on deck. And then here you have some burgers, fries. It is your Trident Grill. Good place when you just want something quick when you're on the pool deck. Real great option. We are going through here. We are going to the forward part of deck 16. The way forward of it is staterooms, so I'm not going to bring you through that area. However, you can get a stateroom right on the same deck as the pool and the buffet. For this cruise, we're on deck 15, so we're right below it. It's easy. One flight of stairs and we're up there. So now we are forward on deck 17. This is what they call the sun deck, for obvious reasons. You have the retreat pool in the forward. This is an adults only venue. This is free. This is not the sanctuary. This is the adults only venue. But you have your own pool up here. A lot of real nice areas. They have this fake like AstroTurf. But if you're looking for a quieter spot, but you still want outside, great option. All the way forward, you have the sanctuary. This is a paid venue. You can book day passes or for the whole cruise, although I'll be honest, a lot of times day one, it sells out for the whole cruise. So just know that is an option you have up there. Bar in the retreat, also known as the retreat bar. Again, sanctuary back here. Good morning. Good, how are you? Nice area, very elevated lounge chairs. But again, this is a paid venue on board. So if you are looking for a little more premium option, a lot of shade here. It's always going to be quiet. There's going to be snacks out. Just a little more elevated experience, but great option right at the front of the ship. You can also purchase cabanas in here, so it's a nice option if you're looking for that little elevated experience. So deck 17 does pass all the way of the length of the ship. However, it is not accessible from the mid elevators. You can only access it from the forward and the aft elevators. I'm going to jump up real quick just because this part is only accessible from the front, and then we'll come back down. So we're going to go up. We are on the forward part of the ship, and we are going to go up to deck 18. This does not pass. You cannot walk this way and get to the aft of the ship straight. You would have to go down a deck. Really just an open area. There's this tiered seating that goes down to deck 17. Good place to sit, good place when the ship takes off to watch. Not going to be as crowded as the pool deck. There is no bar on this deck. There is no pool, so it's just kind of going to be a little quieter. But still a good option. Good place to sit. And then we are also going to go up to deck 19 on the forward part of the ship. Again, it does not go across. This ship does have, we'll call it 19 decks. It really has 18 because there is no deck 13. A lot of cruise companies believe 13 to be an unlucky number, so superstition, it does not. Nice views up here. Just kind of an open seating area. On the sky deck. Not a lot going on. You'll see when we get to the aft of the ship, you'll see the sports court, you'll see a little more when we're up on the higher decks. But on the forward part of the ship, it's more relaxing. The rear part of the ship is more of the fun, the way I like to say it. Fun and food, usually the rear. Front is more of the relaxing and the theater. So we will go back down from here. And then we're going to go down again. Right now we're on deck 18. We're going to be going down to deck 17. Deck 17, you can cross the entire ship. So anything higher than deck 17, you cannot. You would have to be on the forward or the aft. But remember, deck 17, you cannot access via the mid elevators. Also, while I'm here, just want to show you, this is Fort Lauderdale. This is how the process works. You're going to loop around here, drop off your luggage underneath that spot, and then park in the garage. The garage is across the way. You'll use this walkway to get over. Just while we have that view right here, I'll show you that. It is a little bit of a slow process. I will say they are not the most efficient at it, but unfortunately that is the port, not the ship. So we're gonna go across deck 17. We have 2 hot tubs here, one on this side and one on the other side. You can also see the band is getting ready for the sail away show. Right here you have another one of the little walk-arounds. However, this one does not have the bar below. I will say the balconies right there, I don't know that are the best option. You lose a little bit of privacy because this walk-around view is right in them. A lot of those are mini suites too, but just something to be aware of when you are booking your stateroom. Band's all set up and ready to go for sail away. We are going to continue back on deck 17. We are headed to the rear of the ship right now, and we are on the starboard side. Here you have a nice sitting area. This does tend to be quieter. It also has that kind of astroturf. It's a nice sitting area. You won't find it as crowded, but if you're looking for a quiet area, I usually find a lot more people sunbathing or reading books in this area. So as we go back on the aft of deck 17, we'll be entering the fitness center. You have right along the glass all your ellipticals, your treadmills, all your machines in here, little space over there in the corner, all of your free weights, a lot of nice machinery in here. And then in here you will find your classes. When no classes going on, it's also a nice open space. So a lot of people use it to do their own workouts just in the open space. Have a restroom in this area. That will bring you out to the rear part of the deck where the smoking area is. Kind of ironic, smoking area right near the workout area. Before we go out there, I am going to bring you inside the ship because this is where your kids' lounges and teen lounges are. So as you work your way back into this area, you're going to see all of the kids' areas on the ship. Good morning. First, we are going to have one for our itty bitties, the treehouse, ages 3 to 5. They have a nice area in there. Make sure you get your kids registered day 1. Then we have the lodge for a little older. This is up to 12. And then our teenagers, 13, are in the beach house. So the beach house is back here. The nice thing with the beach house on this ship, it has its own open deck with its own hot tub only for the teenagers. So it's a nice area in there. They have skee ball and stuff like that. You can set your child so that they can sign themselves in and out, or you can set it so that only certain people can pick them up. You see they're setting up for the registrations right now, but we are going to go outside, back to check out that smoking area, and then up to some of the sports area. So you see the aft of the ship here. Here's that smoking area I was telling you about. It's a good open area, decent size, usually pretty crowded. And then you have the terrace pool. Again, this is a pool, it's not a giant pool, but it's a pool that a lot of people don't necessarily know about, so it's not always that crowded. The main pool deck pool, that one tends to be crowded pretty often. We are going to go head up to deck 18, but remember this is aft deck 18. It does not connect, but this is where you're going to have your sports. So you have a nice fenced in area over here, all sorts of games, soccer, volleyball, anything you want to do there. And then this big open area is going to be for tennis, pickleball, basketball. They have all the setups for all of them. This is where that will be. And then on the other side, there is a little golf driving area, putting area. There's also going to be mini golf, which I will show you in a minute. But over here you have that nice driving area where you have some clubs and some golf balls just to hit. You also have the running track. So this area, you will see walking and running track around this deck. Didn't see too many people doing it, but it was kind of hot, so I understand. And then when we go up to deck 19 in the aft of the ship, you are going to see shuffleboard and that mini golf area. So we have shuffleboard on both sides. And then over here is mini golf. There's also bocce balls here. It's all right here for you to do. So to this deck, there is no elevator. However, to deck 17 in the aft, there is a hidden elevator that I'm going to show you. It's a very slow elevator. However, it's hidden. If you come all the way to the back, you're going to see this random door here. As you enter this random door, you're going to see this random door. You hit the button. This elevator only goes one floor. The door will open. You see, it only goes between 17 and 18. The door closes. You will see how long this takes to go one floor. However, it is a little secret hidden elevator if you need it to go from 17 to 18. Also kind of a fun little secret on the ship. I know my kids loved just knowing that it was there. They used it once or twice, but it was cool to know. Little hidden secret most people don't realize. As you can see, it's going one floor, and it's taking as long as the other elevators take to go the entire ship. So not necessarily the most ideal. Then it lets us out right by the Kids Club. Hopefully this gave you an idea of where to go on the ship. We'll post some other secrets and some other stuff from the ship, but hoping this give you some direction and some help. Hope to help out anytime we can. Please like and subscribe if you like this type of content. It will help us make more. Thanks so much for watching.